What is good, my people, my peeps? So I'm stopping in here while I drive home late night. It ain't late night. This evening, coming from the store, and I'm just stopping in with a quick live. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my brothers out there in the world coming around to, appreciating a sister's natural hair because y'all just don't know how we be feeling. I'm gonna tell the truth how sisters be feeling when they be rocking their natural hair and they ain't made it pop. They ain't made the curls jump out at you. Um, we be feeling like Frederick Douglass, okay? Frederick Douglass out here in these streets. So when a brother says, "Oh, I like your hair," that hits the heart. That touches the heart deeply. So I want to say thank you to the brothers that are out here appreciating natural hair that's not popping with the curls. When we just feel like just rocking an Afro puff. But anyway, let me get into this quick discussion as I drive home. Um, I'm leaving the store, and so hello, hey, Broken Matrix TV, how you doing? Our versus society. um, so yeah, I was just thanking you brothers that appreciate natural hair. So I know you appreciate natural hair because you rock your dreadlocks. And so, but I was gonna get into a quick discussion as I'm driving home real quick about decisions. And a brother approached me. He had some dreadlocks in his head, and he just gave a compliment and told me he liked my hair. And I'm saying, women, sisters, when we rock our natural hair, we be feeling like Frederick, I can't even say his name, Frederick Douglass out here. Okay, so after he gives the compliment, he starts to talk and doing good. I love natural hair. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate brothers who appreciate that natural hair. So because it's hard, and when especially if you working in the workforce, it's hard when you gotta get up early and try to do something with. That's why y'all see me when I throw on a wig. I'm sorry, but it's synthetic. I ain't trying to put on no human hair wigs. I've seen some documentaries about that doggone human hair being possessed and things like that. So hey Tony, oh she's saying hey Broken Matrix TV First Society. So yeah guys, so decisions. So like I was saying, this brother, stops by, he compliments me on my hair, and so that just instantly in the grocery store. I think it's easy for folks to spark up a conversation, or it breaks down that barrier of intensity when you want to spark up a conversation. Being a male, I think it makes it easy if you're in the grocery store. But anyway, so he asked, "Oh, so what do you do?" And I was telling him what I do. I hate telling people what I do because as soon as I tell people what I do, they think I own the doggone radio station. They think it is my radio. That's why I say no. I work for the radio station. I do part time. I'm on air. I do live events, and then I cut commercials and all of this all that jazz. And so then he told me he writes books, and anybody who has some type of talent, some type of gift, we all have gifts, but I'm just saying, not often, and it's sad, but not often do you come across men that are interested in writing books. I mean, you can, but they're few and far apart. You know what I'm saying? They're most like in metropolis areas or so forth and so on. And so he said he wrote a book, a country and western, about black cowboys. So if you got me, he got me hooked. I want to hear what he's saying. So we're talking, and he was like, "Well, maybe I can," because I told him I could get commercials on. I work with clients and I do live broadcasts at events. So he wanted my business card. So this is the thing. I took a staycation. Y'all know what a staycation is. I took a vacation. I used some of my vacation time because working in radio, I mean working anywhere, but guys, working in radio or it it can be draining. It can be, it is. It is draining because you're dealing with multiple personalities, okay? So I took a vacation, a small staycation. I ain't go nowhere. I just in town, just chilling and recouping, resting my soul, okay? And thinking, do I want to actually stay in radio? This is my thought. Because the reason why I didn't want to tell this man that I worked in radio, because people get this thought process in their heads, and I know it's not me just thinking it. I know it's a thought process that they get in their heads that I can put them on and make them blow up in some type of way, like I said in the beginning, as if I own the doggone radio station. I don't own the radio station. I work for the man who, y'all know the man, the evil folks that run the world. They own the airwaves too, guys. Okay, so and imagine the company I work for. It's huge. It's one of the number one companies in the world. Um, and people they tend to get an attitude because they think that I can put them on or get them on, and they don't understand that there's a process to getting on the radio and being on. It's not like the old days of Cadillac records and things of that nature. That's why I try to drop little gems like the other day when I dropped how certain artists get their numbers, with that streaming underground streaming camps and banks that they have, that they push their numbers. Like Broken Matrix, you did I done looked at a couple of your songs that you dropped. Your stuff could be getting more numbers than the the mainstream artists, but they get, I don't, and I'm not gonna say everyone, and I'm gonna say allegedly, 'cause I ain't got no money to fight nobody in court. But these major artists still, first of all, they steal content. They pump up their numbers. You know what I'm saying? So it keeps artists that have talent or have something to say. They keep them underneath them. They can't prosper. So everything is it's not what it seems. Okay. And so that's one of the reasons why I was saying decisions, and why I took a vacation is, do I want to stay in radio? Do I want to stay? Although I have grown to love it, you see, love the interaction. I like people. I just discern them. They drain me though. That's why sometimes I be tired, y'all. I do. I be tired. Hold on. Let me see what you're saying. I'm gonna have to pull over and see what y'all saying. But so, but I have grown to love how to cut commercials, writing commercials. Now we actually have a writing bank, but when I first started, we actually, like the client, if I'm working with the client on this side, because I wear multiple hats working in this field. It's no longer that you have this is what you do and this is only what you do, especially with companies downsizing their offices and their functioning. So if you don't have multiple skills, you might be on a chopping block, okay, of getting cut, because they would rather have somebody who can do multiple things than just one thing, and that's like working the board. Can you work the board? Can you go out and do live events? Can you host an event? Can it's multiple talents that you would basically have to possess. Um, and so I learned how to work the board and do all of that, and learning how to construct interviews, all of that. I did not have most of that when I went into working for radio, okay? And I learned it. So when you learn something, and then when you're learning a new skill set, and then and on top of learning that skill set, you're battling these people that have demonic spirits that are against you. It's not the people, and I had to learn that, because some people, you can see their side of kindness and everything, but when fear jumps in them and it's against you, baby, it's against you. So you're working in a corporation that you're going through multiple hoops on a day-to-day basis, and it becomes draining. That's why in radio or in film, they take hiatuses, and that's when you don't see, like in the summertime, they take hiatuses and they take months off. I only use a little bit of my time to take a break. That's for them to recoup because it's draining. It's stressful. But however, let me get to the decisions. While I'm here taking a break, while I'm on hiatus, and on my social media platform, I know of other radio programmers and not only a programmer, he was the content creator, the programmer. He was over two stations here locally, well, another town over, but it broadcast locally to a couple of uh, towns within this region. Anyway, he posts that he resigned, and so, I since I know him, I sent him a message. It was nice knowing you because when you work in this business, you're going to bump into people, and doing events and everything, we always ran into each other. His position is available. Now, they took away part of his position, so they only have if you apply for this position, you can work you'll be over one radio station, which would be a hip hop station, and which you would brand yourself. So I would be the brand of that station, and then you would be controlling another station, which is a old school station, which would be really my fit, and you would be over that person and the DJ that's on that station. So I looked at the job description and everything, and I've interviewed at that particular company before because the program director that just resigned, he wanted me to come over to that company, but he wanted me to be in sales and because and do all that, and I'm tired of really that as well, and then bring me into working in the on air and having my own shift and all of that. And I went to the interview, but then I was like, no, because I did that already. I worked those long nights and early mornings, and that's really just proving yourself. And I've already done that. You can have air checks. I sent him all that. So I went to the interview. They even gave me like a month to make a decision if I wanted to come to this other radio station, and I declined it. So that brings me to today. I have truly been thinking about where I want to go within my life and knowing what's going on and how everything is getting ready to be affected with this upcoming change with the economy. A lot of people truly are not really understanding the shift that's going to happen, that's going to be devastating, gravely devastating to a lot of people. You are going to really see a lot of CEOs like you did in the Great Depression committing suicide because their companies are going to go under due to this economic shift that we're getting ready to go into, and it has already started. If you haven't heard that Elon Musk has bought Twitter, I think he's interested in buying Amazon. People are getting out and people are buying companies. And Elon Musk, I think he's the second richest man in the world. You see, a lot of companies are going to be dissolving, and radio and broadcast is not one that will dissolve like you will see around, with businesses. When Corona first hit, small businesses went under quick. So when they do this shift, the money shift, it's gonna affect a lot of people. I can try to set myself up and try to apply for this position and run two radio stations. The thing is, we should not have the spirit of fear. But let me tell you something. That fear is like nipping at the back of my neck to even turn my resume in and apply for that job, because you have to. It's a lot. It's a lot of work just to be the brand of one radio station, let alone be the brand of one radio station and supervise over DJ and talent of another radio station. That I have never done, you see. But I've multitasked with marketing and clients and contracts and accounting and also interviews, on-air talent, live broadcast. So I've done these two lanes, but to drop the marketing aspect of it and become just fully immersed into radio, I don't know if I should do that or if I should concentrate on developing my own business. And why I say decision is developing my own business at this late stage in the game, knowing that the economy is about to take a huge shift with switching over to digital currency. If you haven't established really your business or your brand thus far, it's going to be very hard to get over the hump, because when you're just on a regular playing field, like if nothing happened, if Corona hadn't happened, if none of these big worldly events had happened, what do they say? It's 5 to 7 years to get your business established, you see. But now I can't even give you any figures on what it would take to get your business established, and even if it is a online business, which most likely what I would do is online. And so this is the decisions that I'm contemplating, because I feel that I know that the field that I'm in is wicked. It's demonic. The entertainment field is demonic. But if you look at it, we could say the medical field is demonic. If I wanted to work in which I don't, that's just not me at all. I can't do that. But if I wanted to work in the medical field, as we see now that what has transpired with the corona, the snakes in the water, and all of that, the medical field, we can say, is demonic. Every field you go into, we can say is demonic. Even if you work in fast food, I mean, who wants to even eat McDonald's with the poison and the human embryos that they put in food? Everything is demonic. And for me to even be where I'm at, let me tell you, that's why I feel a certain way when people think that I can get them a job just because they know me. I can't get people into this business, because what they're going to do is they're going to hold you to the standard of their job description. But a lot of these people that get into these jobs that are in radio or in television that you see, they were either went to college with people. See, I didn't do all that. When I went to college, my college was a grind. It was like taking full-time classes, working. I wasn't like a rich kid who finished high school and then took a summer vacation and then went into college. You see what I'm saying? No, that's not how my life went down. It was a grind to get the degree I have. And a sacrifice, a huge sacrifice that I made to get that degree. And it was so happened that I met someone who happened to be in radio, but I wasn't. That was never my dream. Do you understand? I never, I never even thought about being in radio. So when that opportunity came, I believe the Most High actually put me there because I at the time when I got that job in radio, I had y'all know I had got a divorce. I didn't know where money was going to come from because I quit my government job working with children because I was so stressed out and going through a divorce and everything. I was like, you know what? I'm not benefiting these children because that's my first love is working with children. Because that's what I got my first degree in is early childhood development. And so, but I quit that government job because actually it wasn't going anywhere either. So what I'm saying is, how I got here, it wasn't a plan for me to be here. It was my plan was when I finished my degree, it was in communications with a concentration in PR. So I was planning on doing events, which I was doing. Guys, the decisions are real. They are real. Um, it is so hard to even think about should I stay where I'm at, knowing that people that are actually above me, and this may be hard for people to understand, but when you come into contact with a narcissist, they can be above you. They can have more than you have. I mean, they can be the CEO, the CEO, the vice president, the president of the company, and yet and still be jealous of you and your skills. You see what I'm saying? Are the blessings that God has given you, and try to hinder you, and you're sitting there watching them like you're driving this vehicle, you're making this amount of money, and you're jealous and envious of me that you make life hell, you know, going to work. And so the decisions are real, and I'm like, well, you can jump out the fire into the jump out the frying pan into the fire, meaning if I can go to apply for this other position and get these two radio, operations, and that can be the fire for me. I just want to say, if y'all have any comments to what you all think, let me know, because a sister would appreciate it. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Nikki, I understand natural hair can be a lot to handle. Yes, indeed. And guys, when I'm on the go, oh my gosh, like if I have to go, because like summer is coming up, and so that means I'm going to be doing more live remotes, and I have to get up super early in the morning just to go down the road. Y'all see, I took y'all on a little mini, you know, day with me, a blog day with me. So waking up trying to wrestle this natural hair it just doesn't happen all the time. So I'll throw on a ponytail. So I hope I don't offend anybody when y'all see that ponytail rocking. Yeah, I watched the video you posted using them. What was that? Stream rooms. What video? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look. That's crazy. Developer. Hey everyone. Keep changing yourself. Keep changing self investment. Yeah, it's kind of, and like I said, I know the Most High doesn't give the spirit of fear, and we shouldn't have that. But I guess anxiety you can have because you're gonna have a little bit of that because if people really understood and when I first started working in radio and I was learning how to do the board and operating the boards and everything, and I came in, my attitude and my personality is spunky anyway, you know, um, and the programmer, he would get pissed off when people would want to do an interview and for me, I thought it was an awesome opportunity to interview people because I'm still about community, right? And people would want to come in and interview or talk to him. But as time went on, I realized that people looking in to your job, whatever you do, they don't realize how in depth people's jobs are. A lot of people would come into the radio station and think that it was just about talking. You see, they think that you just turn on the mic and just start talking, and it really is not that simple. It's a lot that's entailed in getting the program on the air. And I found that out with my clients when they would want to cut commercials and everything. And you would hear this saying, time is money. Well, in entertainment, that is a true fact. Time is money because everything has a quick deadline and turnaround time. And you would get people that want a commercial on. They would drag their feet not knowing that there are different offices that steps that a commercial has to even go through, such as our traffic department, and if you talk to someone, a layman that doesn't understand, the different departments, you say, well, I need to get this commercial in, and they want to write it themselves, and they're taking forever. It just doesn't work like that, and they don't understand time is money. We have large corporations that are booking out whole years of airtime. So when people, local people that have no clue how a radio station truly operates, they're dragging their feet. I forgot the commercial. It's in my. Let me email it to you tonight. Or look, I have to rest. People think you work around the clock. It's so much that goes into it. So I started to see and understand why he would get so upset when people would come into the radio station, especially young rappers that just wanted to come in, and he would try to critique them on their music and it's too much reverb on this and that, and they just thought they knew it all, and they didn't know that our system, it reads it different than your home system. So it you deal with a lot in my field, and a lot of people truly don't understand that. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of apprehensive of even turning in my resume to this other station company, because that's 2 radio stations, guys. And whoo, I don't want to stop being on this, having a platform here. You see what I'm saying? Because I do enjoy coming and talking to you all and trying to stay connected within the community. But I feel that if I take on or give my resume and, I may get accepted and be able to work for 2 radio stations, that's going to take a lot of time. And it's just concerning because I do want to develop this platform and, speak with you all. Even though people, they look into your life through this device that we're on and assume that they know you fully, which we know that no one will fully understand you unless they are truly around you. They only get a glimpse of what's going on in your life. So it's just a lot of decisions, and I hope you guys are thinking and being wise in your decision making, looking into what's coming, the future. The future is, if you have a platform, start developing it, and get monetized if you can with your platform. Do not think that because you are a chosen one or target individuals that you are not supposed to sustain yourself monetarily, okay, with money, because the shift is coming. And let me say this, because when I look into a lot of content creators, and they're changing up their style of how they're presenting, because this is going to change about truly products and services. What can you offer? Yes, you're a chosen one. Yes, you're a targeted individual. And if you build your platform to the point to where you want to now have it monetized, it's it's with the shift that's coming, nobody is really going to be having leisure time to be like, let me just turn on my YouTube to find out what a targeted individual is going through. People are going to want to know, how can you help them, truly help them as a chosen one, as a targeted individual. Um, and so, like I said, when someone came knocking at my door, I don't care how it may have looked to anyone that viewed that video that night when I was loading up those clips, because I was serious about me and my protection. Um, so I will be going to the range and showing my steps on taking someone to the range and self-defense. For me, if I'm going to develop this platform, that is an area that I could pivot into, you see, for women, because you don't hear on these platforms anything really directed towards survival and aid towards women. And you hear it along the lines of, the brothers sticking together and protecting the household, but there's nothing for women. So if I was to pivot, that's one way I can pivot. So I'm saying, for you men that are chosen and targeted, you have to think, if you're going to develop this platform, it's good to do your videos like I do my shorts, and try to give you information about the Bible or information about what's going on. That's entertainment for right now. It's going to come to a point where it's not only going to be about entertainment, to where people are going to sit and watch your videos, because people are going to be shifting into survival. So what else can you offer them when you develop your platform, and develop it to the point to where it can be monetized? Because, guys, that can be your business. That can be your business as a targeted individual, as a chosen one, because they're pushing out people left and right who in businesses and corporations, like I said earlier, who only have one skill set. One skill set. They want you, and it can be overwhelming to once work for a large corporation that had many departments and everybody had their one job to do. I'm the typist. Now you're the typist. You're the mail carrier. You're the janitor. You're all of these different skill sets in one person, because they're trying to save and focus their resources elsewhere. So we have to be wise in this. I hope that you truly hear what I say. Sometimes I like to come on when I can. Lately, it's been late at night when I come on, because I just finished work. You know how it goes, and that's when I get to wind down and actually get the opportunity to speak with you all.
I'm going to drop a short video after once I get in and get settled, because I think I want to say it's somewhere in Africa where the banks shut down. Now, I talked about this, where you should always have some hard currency on you, because the banks are running scared at this point. The banks are running scared. They shut down the teller machines, the ATM machines, and there was one bank operating where they didn't even want to give the people their money back, okay, or any of their money. Hardworking people. This just happened. That doggone thing is loaded. Can y'all hear that? Air flying low. This just happened a couple of days ago, where this bank, and they'll tell you the name in the short that I'm going to drop, uh, um, didn't want to give out people's money. Guys, this is going to be happening here in America. They're just giving you prequel of what's to come, of what's to come. Banks, when you have your money in a bank, the banks actually loan your money to people who have a good, so-called good credit. So your money is just being recycled to them being able to loan money out. If they shut down teller machines and if you haven't paid attention, banks across America are shutting down in different facilities. This is coming, and it's a slow crawl. It's a slow crawl, and before you know it, you will be that frog sitting in the pot of boiling water, and the heat kept getting turned up on you until you're cooked. It is time to pivot. It is time to know that you need to make decisions like I sat here and talked to you guys about the decisions that I need to make in my life. And like I said, I do want to maintain this channel. Um, we'll see what happens. But however, I'll keep you abreast. I'll keep you notified. But think wisely. Be wise about your channel and where you want to take it and how you want to develop it, because that might be a lifeline for you coming in the near future. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Let me see if any new comments came. 144 can't work in media. Who said that? Developer. We're everywhere. We are everywhere. And this is not a job I sought out. You know what I'm saying? Developer. I work in in Lao 444. What's good, gang? You know, you said 144,000. I assume cannot work in the music industry. First of all, I don't even know if I can even be considered 144,000, because I think that's all men. I believe that's all men developers. It's supposed to be, but don't quote me on that, because I'm not a Bible scholar. I'm learning just like some of you guys are, but I believe that's all of the men that are soldiers or the warriors that are going to be fighting with the Most High when He returns. Don't quote me on that, like I said, but that's what I believe they are. But we all are soldiers in our own aspects here, and that's another thing that I have to fight within myself, because I keep the commandments, and the Sabbath day is one of the commandments to keep, and I actually have to work on the Sabbath sometimes. But look, I know the Most High is not going to be punishing people like that, because we're in captivity. We're in the nation. We can't keep the laws fully to the expectation that they were given to us to keep. Hi, they coming out, y'all. They coming out because I ain't went in the house yet, so they got to come out to see what the hell I'm doing out here. And I swear, it doesn't it feel like that sometimes. Like, look at this. I should turn her. And he coming out, y'all. He coming out with his red. Y'all can't see. I can't get this thing down. I can't. Ah! Did y'all see? I was like, ugh, trying to fight with this doggone thing. My neighbor just came out to the car, and then her son came out with his red shirt on. Y'all didn't see it though. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but anyway, yeah. So we can't, you know, keep every law to listen to this. Y'all, I'm telling you, don't it seem like they be like, get in the house, we're gonna send everything out. The sirens are out, the choppers are out, the neighbors are out. Woo, that's because I'm outside. Yeah. Anyway, guys, make the right decisions for your life. I pray, and y'all pray for me that I make the right decision. Oh gosh, because I look around and I'm telling you, people don't realize what's coming. I started to when I went into the dollar store today, I started to record in the dollar stores, the shelves of the dollar stores. Half of them are empty, and they're starting to consolidate the items. Let me pull into my garage real quick. Uh, they started to consolidate the items, guys. And I'm just looking around. I'm like, people are just like, it's all good. It's all good. Nothing's happening. And it's going to happen quicker and faster than you realize. So, uh, just pray for us, sister. All right, guys, and much, much love.